What's up, Internet? We're here in downtown Detroit at my studio to bring you guys a kick-ass episode on lenses.
Welcome back to Cinefacts.
Roll that title. Do some like blow some stuff up.
So today we're talking about lenses. What factors go into picking the lens? How do we decide what to use on a daily basis?
For us, we do a lot of either run and gun style shooting or small crew shoots.
Yep, a lot of one-man show kind of things. For today, we broke it up into three things. Starting with sharpness. Does the image look pleasing? Does it look good? Does it look cinematic?
Range and f-stop is another one. We're used to small crews, so the more distance that we can get out of a lens means less swapping. Faster f-stop means we won't be so dependent on lighting.
And price is another important one. Lenses like the new Canon RF glass are incredible, but I can't spend over $2,000 for one lens.
So what do we use? Well, here on the show we use many different cameras with different sensor types across multiple brands. But what really stays the same are lens choices, specifically the Sigma Art Series lenses. Now roll those sexy shots. I use a lot of Sigma lenses on my Canon 80D. I do a lot of run and gun stuff. This camera is small, the autofocus is great. I can really rely on the camera and the lenses to do most of the work for me.
And I use them mostly on my GH5, and I adapt them through my Viltrox Speed Booster. The price is right for these lenses, and they're very sharp. They just give you that little something. And they have beautiful bouquet. Wait, how do you pronounce it? Bokeh?
Yeah, it's bokeh. But not only are they cheaper than their Canon counterparts, but they're faster and sometimes even sharper.
My favorite is the 18-35 f1.8. It actually just dropped in price to like $600. I think it's $640 on Amazon right now. It has internal zoom and it's perfect for the micro four thirds or APS-C sensor size. It's actually really good on the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema 6K and if you adapt it to the 4K.
This is a 24-70 f2.8. Beautiful image quality, gives you a wide focal range on it, so you have multiple uses for this lens. Highly recommend this. It's a great weapon to have in the arsenal. I used to rock, the closest I used to have was a 17-50 Sigma DC lens. Fairly nice. It was the nicest in my case at one point, but once I upgraded, there was really no comparison between the two. I think this one runs about $300 brand new on Amazon. So if you're looking for something super cheap, but much nicer than kit lenses, I would highly recommend picking up one of these. I mean, this 18-135, it is super, super soft on the focus. And as you zoom in and out of it, your f-stop changes from a,
3.5 to 5.6.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you really wanted to get creative with your zooms or you're on, an event that you're shooting something, you need to go back and forth really quick, but you can't really mess with your lighting because you'll miss those nice candid shots for those events, then these aren't really going to help you out too much.
It's just going to get really, really dark.
Yeah, it's just going to zoom in to a close-up shot and change what your previous light settings were to something different. And then you're going to miss a lot of those nice live in the moment shots. These, for a lot of these, they stay constant, the f-stop. It's beautiful. When you zoom in, you have the same amount of light coming into the lens and your control over your shooting is much greater.
So one more thing about the 24-70, is actually, it's currently on sale for $1,079, so $1,100, and Canon's version is actually $2,300, so it's a real no-brainer. The great thing about this lens is that it has optical stabilization in it. The closest in price technically for Canon, they have a 24 to 72/8, but it does not have any stabilization in it, and that lens is $1,700.
So, I mean, really, you're getting the whole package with this in a fraction of what its counterpart is.
You can save $600 and buy that 18 to 35.
There you go, baby. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Save the money and just spend it on two beautiful lenses.
So this behemoth right here is the 50 to 100 1.8.
It's a bazooka. It is huge.
It is a little weird of a focal length, and it is a bit hefty, but it is an amazing partner to the 18 to 35 1.8. This has a constant aperture of 1.8 throughout the entire 50 to 100. It has amazing bokeh, just like the smaller counterpart. I would recommend this lens, though, for mostly narrative work or when you're able to plan the set. Now, saying that, I did just use it a few months back when I was in Israel filming a documentary, and it's heavy, but you just can't, the look you get out of this lens, it's hard to compare.
So it is a beautiful lens. It's a little bit hard to do a lot of run and gun shoots, so you want to make sure that you might have time to set this up, put it on, put your plate from your camera body to the plate that's attached to the lens. So it is a bit hefty. You might want to watch out for something that big.
Next is my favorite event lens. This is the Sigma 24 to 105. It is an f4, but it is a perfect lens for events. You cover a huge range, and it's actually sharper and cheaper than its Canon counterpart.
I haven't used this lens yet, but I did just shoot an event recently where I was dealing with stages and speakers. And I really wish I would have had this. I had to keep going to my 50 to 100 to punch in on close-up shots of them on stage doing their presentations. I wish I would have had something like this. This would have gave me all the capability of grabbing a wider shot from a further distance from that stage, but also having the ability to punch in and grab those nice, crisp, beautiful close-ups of these speakers. So I would highly recommend something like that. I might actually pick one up for myself one day.
Yeah, it's a very nice lens, and it actually also has built-in optical stabilization.
Mm-hmm. You got it.
I got it.
Yeah, on the second try.
Now, we don't have the 70 to 200, but it's just the missing big brother that we hope to eventually have, and we hope to do a later video on it.
Well, that's it for the episode. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I think there's a bell you're supposed to hit for notifications, so why don't you go ahead and do that. While you're at it, why don't you go ahead and show this to your grandmother too. Tell her we said hello.
Hi, Grandma.